Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 3rd, 8 o'clock America, New York. Brangelina who? Meet the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The television remake stars Donald Glover and Maya Erskine, who play an emo version of the spy couple Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie made famous.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 3rd, 8 o'clock America, New York. No symptoms and in your 40s. Time to start fighting dementia? Medical centers are starting programs to identify patients' chances of cognitive decline and recommend ways to delay or prevent it.
Washington Post World.
February 3rd, 8 o'clock America, New York. El Salvador is set to re-elect world's coolest dictator. Here's what to know. Polls point to a landslide victory for Nayib Bukele, the 42-year-old incumbent known for his offensive against El Salvador's gangs.
RT World News.
February 3rd, 7:57 America, New York. Israel versus Hezbollah. A new war will consume the entire Middle East. The Lebanese Shiite group has a long and bloody history with the Jewish state, and now, both sides' restraint is at an end.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 3rd, 7:25 America, New York. Iran condemns U.S. strikes as Washington signals further action. The U.S. on Friday said it hit Iran's forces and allies across 7 locations in Syria and Iraq, after a drone strike in Jordan last week killed 3 American troops.
New York Times World News.
February 3rd, 7:22 America, New York. The 8 days that roiled the UN's top agency in Gaza. The crisis that threatens the future of the main United Nations agency in Gaza, amid a humanitarian disaster, began at a routine meeting between diplomats in Tel Aviv. Copyright Haytham Imad, EPA, via Shutterstock UNRWA aid in Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 3rd, 7 o'clock America, New York. Holbein at the Tudor Court. Review. A portraitist's probing gaze. London's Royal Collection Trust displays both drawn and painted portraits by Hans Holbein the Younger that vividly demonstrate his psychological insight and prodigious artistic talent.
Time.
February 3rd, 7 o'clock America, New York. The science of getting along. All around us seems to be conflict. The Global Conflict Tracker lists 27 conflicts around the world today. A sample of 1,490 leaders polled by the World Economic Forum said the biggest societal risk this year was polarization. And even Taylor Swift has been targeted for fear she'll endorse President Biden and sway the 2024 election.
New York Times World News.
February 3rd, 6:53 America, New York. Mideast crisis. U.S. strikes over 85 targets at 7 sites in Iraq and Syria against Iran's forces and proxies. Syria and Iraq condemn the strikes, saying that they threaten to drag the region even deeper into instability. Copyright Kenny Holston, The New York Times. President Biden on Thursday.
The Independent.
February 3rd, 6:44 America, New York. Watch live. Brazilians celebrate Carnival with block party on streets of Rio de Janeiro. Watch live as Brazilians celebrate Carnival with the massive CEU na Terra, Heaven on Earth street party ends Saturday the 3rd of February. Copyright 2023 The Associated Press.
New York Times World News.
February 3rd, 6:43 America, New York. Exploring the backyard. While a grand trip might offer novelty and excitement, there's adventure to be found in territories much closer to home.
New York Times World News.
February 3rd, 6:34 America, New York. Germany braces for decades of confrontation with Russia. Leaders are sounding alarms about growing threats, but Chancellor Olaf Scholz is wary of pushing the Kremlin, and his own ambivalent public, too far. Copyright Ibrahim Nourouzi, Associated Press. Chancellor Olaf Scholz of Germany speaking to the Defense Minister, Boris Pistorius, second from right, on Wednesday at the German Bundestag in Berlin.
RT World News.
February 3rd, 6:15 America, New York. U.S. ally helping to arm Moscow, WAPO. A major Russian company insists that it only buys spare parts without violating the island's export controls.
The Independent.
February 3rd, 6:08 America, New York. Gare de Lyon eyewitness describes scene of stabbing in Paris. A traitor who says he witnessed a stabbing attack at Gare de Lyon in Paris on Saturday the 3rd of February, described the scene that unfolded at the station. Copyright BFM TV.
RT World News.
February 3, 6:02 America New York, Germany to introduce payment cards for asylum seekers. Methods that will limit cash withdrawals are being rolled out as Berlin attempts to rein in the migrant influx with tougher laws.